Howdy, howdy, ho. Welcome to the Brinx and Hearse podcast. My name is Ryan McNeill.
Michael Frieri.
Now, Mikey, a few weeks ago, I think, Woody Harrelson was on the Yes broadcast, talking with Michael
right.
K. And they asked Woody if he played baseball growing up. And Woody Harrelson took a long pause and said, yeah, I played sports. And that's the topic of discussion today, sports. And specifically, Woody Harrelson's field of expertise, sports movies. So, Mikey, let me just ask you.
Hold on, that was a great way to start this episode, might I say.
This is what I do, Mikey.
Okay.
This is what I do.
All right.
So, Mikey, let me ask you, what is your favorite sports movie of all time, do you think?
I mean,
And how many scenes is Brad Pitt in?
all right. Well, just about all minus 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I'm talking, I mean, Moneyball. I won't speak much about it again, but Moneyball.
It's number one for a reason.
Because baseball's my number one sport, and I think this really redefines what a sports movie can be.
Yes, very true. I think a similar thing where I think a lot of the best sports movies also is where it's kind of an adjunct thing.
Yeah.
Whenever it's
It's
just
more
like,
than the sport.
Yes, something more than the sport. And I think an example of a baseball movie that kind of redefined it in a way was Field of Dreams, certainly.
Yes.
Where
I agree.
the movie is about a relationship between a father and a son, more than anything, and then just to have that catch at the end, and just that is incredible closure for both of them, really.
Oh, I'm getting chills right
Yeah,
now.
it gets you in the feels, that movie. But it just has this also fantastical idea of all these great old-time ball players can come out of the cornfield and play again from baseball's most glorious era, as they call it. So Field of Dreams is, and it's also kind of a road movie. Him and James Earl Jones going on the road
Yeah,
together.
a little road trip.
Yeah.
I think it's so beautiful in the sense that they're, returning the game to those that lost it.
That's such a good way to put it.
Like he lost the game with him and his dad, and he lost kind of the game in general after that.
Yeah.
And with this field, it brought everything back. It brought his dad back, and it brought his old feelings back.
Yes. Very satisfying movie in a lot of ways. And it gets you your sports fix.
Yeah.
But it's not strictly that.
I agree. I think this could very well be one of the best baseball movies.
I think, easily it's one of the best baseball. I think it might be. It's 1 or 2 for me, I think.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The trifecta, I think, is that, Moneyball, and then 42.
Really?
42 is up there.
I love 42.
What else were you going to say?
I was going to say Bad News Bears.
Ah, yeah.
I think
haven't
it's
seen
so much fun.
I haven't seen the new one. I've only seen the one from the 70s.
What's the new one?
They came. Billy Bob Thornton was in a remake in like 2005.
Really?
Yeah, I've only seen the one from 73.
I know there's a sequel to the original.
Yeah, I think they made a few sequels. There was Bad News Bears Go to Japan.
Oh, I didn't see
And
that one.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love Bad News Bears. I mean, I think...
Hilarious. It's still hilarious.
Is this one of the first underdog movies?
Ooh.
Other than a big one, which I think we're going to talk about pretty soon.
That's a good one. I mean, 1973. I can't think of like a sports underdog movie before this, actually.
Yeah.
Nothing's coming to mind. But Bad News Bears, hilarious. It gets you, it's a nostalgic feeling movie. Sports fix again. And just a good time. It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
But I think the, what were you about to say?
I think this underdog tropes have a lot to thank for this movie.
Yeah. And I think the big one you were alluding to was Rocky.
Yeah.
So I like to think that it took inspiration from the Bad News Bears. Because it very well may have.
Well, no.
Okay.
Rocky. There is a true story to Rocky. Rocky is a true story. I don't know if you know this.
I'm assuming semi-autobiographical.
It's about a less known, really not well known boxer called the Bayonne Bleeder.
Okay.
The Bayonne Bleeder was given a shot against Muhammad Ali, and he actually put up a pretty good fight. And Rocky, Jesus Christ, Sylvester Stallone used this idea, and I think there was it was very clearly. I think he stated that it was based off the Bayonne Bleeder.
Okay.
Fun fact: my mom knew the Bayonne Bleeder.
Really?
Yeah.
So what was he, a Jersey guy or something?
Yeah, Bayonne's a city in Jersey.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
That's around whatever.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, and I think there was a lawsuit involved eventually because he didn't get the rights from him. He got a hefty amount of money, but yeah, that's the story of Rocky. But I think what you're saying is, yes, the Bad News Bears gave underdogs a chance.
Yeah, it actually was first, which feels weird to say.
I know.
I
It
can't.
really
I
does.
really can't think of one before that of like the underdog who has no business being in it,
Yeah.
and they win.
But just a little history lesson right there.
That's not. It's a good history.
But yeah, Bad News Bears, I think, really allowed people to put underdog movies out because, who would really want to watch someone who's terrible?
Yeah, and it also has I can't remember her name, but Tatum O'Neal plays the girl who joins the team.
Yeah.
And she's better than all of them.
Yeah.
And then there's Tanner, was it? The kid with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
He's such a pissant.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, every character is great.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I can't remember the big kid who's the catcher, who they always make fun of. I can't remember. But every character was great.
Mm-hmm.
And Kelly Leak, who's the cool kid on like the dirt bike.
Yes, he was,
But I do like how
the best.
Yeah, he was like the great player who's like, oh, I don't play anymore. He's like 12 years old. He's like, oh, I'm over the hill.
He's smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, he's
and
smoking.
Stuff.
But I also like how they do show him how like he's like the king of like people that age or younger. But the second he's of like anybody like 2 years older than him, he's absolutely nothing.
I also really like how a kid like him going to play Little League with a bunch of these, younger kids, goofy kids. You would think he'd just kick the shit out of them, but he grows very fond of them. And, and they look up to him.
It's a band of misfits.
Yeah.
And I think also maybe the best baseball movie, arguably the best baseball movie, well, not the one we have to include in that conversation, that came out 20 years later, was The Sandlot.
Yeah, I will say, I don't think it holds up as good as it used to.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that?
I don't know. It just kind of falls a little flat now for me.
Interesting.
Although I have to say, I wasn't that huge into The Sandlot as a kid.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I obviously understand why everyone loves it so much. I would hold it in that regard of one of the best baseball movies. But give me your thoughts.
I mean, it's very nostalgic. I mean, not just in terms of like, oh, I remember growing up watching it and like middle school, like this was the movie. Like if there was a sleepover at the McCarthy's, you're going to watch The Sandlot.
Okay.
But also just that idea of like your friends, you get together and we would play wiffle ball or we would play football. And that idea, and at the end, it's heartbreaking when this like shows all of them like kind of fading away. He'd be like, oh, he became a real estate agent in Arizona. Oh, he got married or whatever. He became a doctor over there. And you can easily relate it to, I can think back to playing football with my friends and it's like, oh yeah, that guy's over there now. That guy's over there now. But they're happy they played and that was the best fun they ever had.
All right.
And also James Earl Jones owning the dog on the other side of the fence. And they build it up so much. And like that's such like a kid thing about like the urban legends of like, oh yeah, the dog, he's like huge. He killed a guy one time and all just crazy shit kids make up.
Yeah.
It feels very, I don't want to say, it feels very real. A lot of all the kids act very like realistic to how kids that age act, that 12, 13. So
I agree.
That's one of the things that makes it even more special. And it's surrounded around America's pastime.
I agree. Now, I think we should switch gears from baseball.
Can I make one more mention?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
A League of Their Own is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Haven't seen it.
Oh, it is so
It's on
good.
Netflix now, so I got to give it a watch.
It is so good. It's funny, for one. It's very funny. But just tells a really cool, partially true story. I don't know if, I think the sisters in it are based off of 2 people in real life who, the women's league that was developed in World War II when so many of the players had to go overseas. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful story about what they did and the relationship between the 2 of them and how important a cause it was to fill and just give people something to rally behind and distract them from the war while there was all this other drama going on. And Tom Hanks is amazing in it. Gina Davis is great in it. It's a fantastic movie. It's so much fun. So I'll give it up a League of Their Own. Nice. So, I mean, baseball, some heavy hitters in baseball. No pun intended.
Oh, yeah.
Some heavy hitters for sports movies. That might be the best batting average. Honestly.
For sports
baseball.
Movies? All right. I like that. I will say, though, let's turn gears to football here.
More my sport.
Something that's more than just the game. It's about brotherhood and breaking barriers.
One of my favorite movies, period.
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. I've probably seen this movie more times than I can remember because it would be on Disney Channel. It would be on Freeform. It would be on AMC.
it's all over the place.
It's all over the place. And when you're scrolling through channels and it's on, it's like
you can't help but watch it, man.
it's like, well, I guess this is what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like you said, something bigger than the game. You rally behind the team because you want them to win, but also because you want to see everybody get along.
Yeah.
And I mean, Denzel is amazing in it.
Mm-hmm.
And all the whole training sequence, especially when they go up to camp, is probably the best stuff in the movie because you feel the pressure, you feel the tension between everybody, and it doesn't get like resolved just like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's the guy who gets cut from the team because he's racist, and I think he won't block for somebody, and it slowly grows, and they, like you said, they slowly become a brotherhood.
Yep.
And that wouldn't have happened without Ryan Gosling.
That's very true.
Yes, very true. So is that the best football movie?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll pay respects to Rudy.
I'd wrote it on the list. Great movie, but I don't know. It's not a movie. It's not a movie I'm
it
ever
for
like.
sure doesn't hit as well as Remember the
It
Titans.
doesn't
It doesn't
hit
tackle as big of an
as
issue.
much, and it's never a movie I'm like, I should rewatch Rudy.
I've only seen Rudy once. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never like, I should see it again. I'm like, it's great.
Another
That's a great
underdog movie.
Yes, another underdog movie, and a great true story as well.
Yes.
I think certain things probably embellished, but I can live with it.
Yeah.
I like living with legends rather than real lives. So,
that's true.
yeah. So Rudy definitely deserves a mention. The Replacements is a fun movie, actually. It's like a Keanu Reeves movie where it's like NFL players go on strike and they bring in just all replacement players to play.
Oh, that's kind of
Actually
cool.
pretty funny, yeah.
The Longest Yard.
Longest Yard's great. Longest Yard's hilarious. You can't go wrong with The Sandman.
Of course not.
And The Sandman also did a basketball movie not too long ago called Hustle.
Good segue.
Yes.
What? I haven't seen this yet.
It's a lot of fun. And it's not just like a strictly sports movie. It's about he's a scout who like really wants this prospect to work out. And it's about their relationship and how they're growing and how he's bringing him to the States and he's trying to he wants him to be successful. His success is his own success.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun too. I mean, it's obviously funny. It's The Sandman, but it's got a lot of heart to it too. And Bo Cruz, who they call the Cruise Missile, and then Sam's character, I can't remember his name. They're back and forth. Their chemistry is fantastic. And he's a real player in the league too. Yeah. Which is surprising for how good he acts in this movie.
Now, what would you say is the best basketball movie? I don't know about this one.
Hoosiers is good.
I'm leaning on Hoosiers.
Hoosiers is really good because again, just a little bit underdog. It feels very grounded. It's very small town America.
Yeah,
has all that stuff going for it.
I'm about to pull a wild card here for basketball.
I have an idea too. What's yours?
High School Musical.
Okay.
Not what you're thinking?
That's not what I was thinking. Oh. No. It's so weird. I have seen High School Musical 2 so many times.
I think High School Musical 2 is the best High School Musical.
I don't remember a blessed thing about 1 and 3, but I remember every detail of 2. So I know Troy Bolton is obviously captain of the basketball team, and he's also does theater, which is very difficult to juggle those two things, as you could imagine. This is the pitch meeting that Kenny Ortega gave to Disney. But I know there's a big sequence where he's singing in the basketball court, but yeah, I don't remember much else about it. Make your case. Why is it the best basketball movie, Mikey?
I think, like I said, I think what makes a good sports movie is that it's not just about the sport. And you got Troy. He's known as the star. Everyone's has expectations for him. And he finds new love, and it kind of goes against all those expectations. Why would the captain of the basketball team, the best player in the school, in the county, whatever,
the whole
world, dude, LeBron is kneeling. Why would he?
LeBron would kiss Troy Bolton.
Why would he throw it all away for?
Why would he?
Why would he waste his time for?
These are the questions.
The arts and a girl he found through it.
The arts.
Yeah. I'm trying to make it sound more interesting than it is.
No, but that's true. That's true. It's just the way. It's just the way you said it.
It makes everyone who watches it think, what is truly meaningful for you?
Yes, it does.
What? I'm trying to. You wanted me to make my damn case.
I know, and I'm happy you did. But you started that sentence with, High School Musical makes everybody think.
And come on, it's damn good music.
I think
It's
I
a
need
lot of
to
fun.
rewatch it.
Some
because
really good characters.
I've seen 2 so many times. What I can tell you is if I had to ask you the question of what is the best baseball musical number, I would have to give that to High School Musical too.
Yes.
I Don't Dance, I believe was the name of the song.
Yes, I forgot about that
I
whole
mean,
thing.
by default, I believe it wins.
Yes, I think so. But I all 3 I think are really good. I have a soft spot for High School Musical.
I do too. We both grew up with them.
Okay.
I just remember it too so much more. I watched it more.
I tried to make
Yeah.
its case. I think it's good, but I can't really put it in better terms.
Yes. So the basketball movie I was thinking of, which this might be the best basketball movie.
Hit me.
We're not talking the NBA.
We're talking Air Bud?
We're not talking college.
We're talking Air Bud?
We're not talking high school. We ain't talking Air Bud.
Okay.
And we ain't talking AAU. We're talking street ball. And we're talking about White Men Can't Jump.
Good pick.
You know, you got to bring it back to Woody Harrelson. Woody and Wesley Snipes are hilarious in this movie. Rosie Perez is great in the movie. And there's obviously incredible tension between the two of them. That's what their character's built around. And they're just trying to hustle these guys to make some money on the court.
Yeah.
And as someone who has gone and played pickup, a lot of these conversations happen. It feels real. There's people who don't call fouls. There's people who just shoot. There's people who won't make a shot all game and then hit the game winner. And you see them develop and they try to do more and more and more. And then they bet more and more and more. And it becomes an issue and a problem. But then they stick it out. It's all that matters, that they stick it out. I got to go. White Men Can't Jump. It's a very fun basketball movie. Because it's more of a common man's basketball movie.
Yeah.
It's just about someone who, we do this for fun.
Yeah.
It's not about, I play on a team. I have to worry about this and this and this. It's like, no, I just want to play ball.
I think when you dumb down a sport to just a pickup situation, I think that makes it a lot more accessible to someone who's not so into the sport. Because, I mean, like, if you don't like basketball, why would you really want to watch a basketball movie? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you have something that kind of brings it down a notch, like pick up basketball and White Man Can't Jump, or musicals and High School Musical.
Exactly.
I mean,
just throw a dash of something else in there.
Yeah. I think it just puts it up a notch. You know? Like, a sports movie can be good without going into the professional field.
Kind of in a similar vein, Caddyshack is just about guys who golf.
Caddyshack.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Oh, Chevy Chase, Bill Murray. It's a funny movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
I heard about it. I mean.
Yeah. It's quite good. And yeah, it's a golf movie.
Yeah.
But
we can talk about Happy Gilmore all day. But.
Yeah, we could talk about it. Abby Gilmore's the better golf movie.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yeah. I think so, too. It's funnier. It's faster paced. Happy's just a better character than anybody in Caddyshack, probably.
Yeah.
But that's golf. I mean, also Waterboy with Sandler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Football. Football, man.
That's great football. Foosball.
Yeah. That's a good impression.
And what was the wrestler's name that he calls in? It's the dude. Oh, the Big Show plays a wrestler on TV, and he calls Captain Itano.
That's really good.
You got that.
Dodgeball's
a good movie. Dodgeball's a lot of fun.
A sequel. Was
I heard they're making a sequel.
I don't know how I feel about.
I don't know if I want to watch Vince Vaughn nowadays. Honestly, I don't know.
I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm gonna watch it.
I'm optimistic.
I mean,
I love
so much fun.
I love Stephen Root because he's in that movie. He's Fuchs from Barry. Yeah,
yes.
he's the guy with the glasses.
I didn't even realize that.
He's like, oh, there's a flyer. Because he reads Dodgeball Weekly or something or whatever it is. Yeah.
Also, we both said last episode that we are not big Stiller fans, but I love Stiller in this movie.
Oh yeah, as the evil guy, the Cobra. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, that's fantastic. There's no other Dodgeball movies. In terms of racing, I mentioned Talladega Nights in our last video.
Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic movie. But also Cars.
Oh, Cars. I think
is
it really considered a sport if it's their life though?
It's the equivalent of track and field, I guess. To them.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
I go Cars. Yeah, and a lot of it is it's a race at the start. Then it's a lot of downtime where he's just learning how to be a common car.
Very insightful people.
Yes. And then a big race at the end.
Ford versus Ferrari is pretty good.
I have not seen it. I've heard it's good though. I would like to see it.
It's good. I don't know how much I can put up with of Matt Damon just talking about how much he loves cars.
Oh, is it a lot of that?
Yeah. Or just Christian Bale acting like a smartass about cars. But it's good.
Mm.
That's all I'll say about that.
We forgot a couple basketball movies. He Got Game with Denzel Washington, the Spike Lee movie. It has Ray Allen in it, as in like himself. Not himself, but he plays a basketball player in it when he was very young.
What about Coach Carter?
I haven't seen it. I've heard it's good though. I
That's good.
have to see that because I love Sam Jackson. Also, Semi Pro.
Oh yes,
Semi Pro is hilarious.
I was gonna mention that last episode,
Again,
but I forgot.
Woody fucking Harrelson.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong, man. Not sure if there's anything else. Space Jam kind of sucks.
I got a good sports movie that is kind of not a conventional sports movie.
What is it?
Karate Kid.
I've not seen Karate Kid. I still have to see that. But yeah, I believe Underdog Story. I've seen the ending when he
Shocking.
kicks the guy in the face.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's just so much emotion that builds up. I love that. That movie really gets me. One of my favorites.
Brian's Song is also very good. It's an old movie based on a true story. It's James Caan in it. I've heard Leatherheads is good. It's a George Clooney movie about like really old-timey football.
Leatherheads.
Yes. Draft Day, another Kevin Costner movie where he plays like a GM who has to manage and trade picks on draft day.
Speaking of Kevin Costner, The Natural. You ever seen that?
Isn't that Robert Redford?
I'm probably thinking of the wrong. Yeah,
Bull Durham.
I'm thinking of the wrong movie. Hold on.
Okay.
Might be Bull Durham. It's probably Bull Durham. Yeah, Bull Durham.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that.
I'm thinking of the wrong movie though. I'm not talking about.
Are you thinking of The Natural?
I'm thinking of The Natural.
Okay, but Costner's in Bull Durham.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Natural's good. It's with
Those win Tin Cup. I think that's a golf movie. Forget.
I wouldn't know. Natural. It's with Who's he Watsy? No, this is not the movie I'm fucking talking about.
It's a baseball movie you're thinking of?
It's a baseball movie.
$1 Million Arm?
What's his name is in it? J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons in a baseball movie. The BTH investigating team is on this one. I wonder what the J.K. Jonathan Kimball. I did not know that. J.K. Simmons baseball movie. We've got
He's a coach. He's a manager.
For the Love of the Game.
That's probably it. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, also, have you seen Rookie of the Year?
I've not seen Rookie of the Year. You mentioned it to me just the other day.
Oh, did I? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you said it's
that's
good.
a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun.
I'm trying to think if there's any last minute additions we should throw on the list. Can you think of anything?
Yeah, I mean,
I got nothing. Oh, The Freshman is like it's like a silent movie that is about like a college football player. Back when like college was bigger than professional.
yeah.
Very interesting movie.
All right. Would
But
you
yeah.
consider Uncut Gems a basketball movie?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. No, but it's
I just wanted to ask.
in like the sports and betting world though.
Okay.
It has an incentive for sports people more than I guess other people.
All right.
Than people that aren't.
Yeah. I agree.
You know what else I agree with you on?
What do you agree with me?
That the Brinx Truck and Hearse podcast is the greatest podcast that has ever been recorded.
You can make sport out of watching the Brinx Truck and Hearse podcast.
You can have a field day.
They should make a wiffle ball movie.
It would be so much fun if they made a wiffle ball movie. That's what the dodgeball sequel should be. It should be wiffle ball instead.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Anytime you
actually.
take like a minor-ish sport and make it like super serious. Kingpin, bowling movie. It has Randy Quaid and Woody Harrelson in it, and Bill Murray's also in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about?
What more do you want?
Let's just rapid fire, I guess.
Yeah.
At this point, it just slipped my mind though. Oh, would you consider Harry Potter a sports movie with the Quidditch sequences?
Interesting point. Harry Potter movies are so long. Like if the Quidditch was in like a half an hour movie, that would be like a fourth of the movie. That
Yeah.
chunk right there. But instead, it's
The story doesn't
so
revolve
small.
around the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, that's a nice
I'm
little
just
thing.
trying to stir the pot.
But I like that. You got to stir the pot.
I know.
But that's a nice little thing for like a sports person growing up. I was like, I was fascinated by Quidditch. What are the rules? How does this work out? The rules make no sense at all whatsoever.
It's yeah. I mean,
Because you throw it in through the hoops and you get points for that. But if you get the snitch, you just win regardless.
Well, I guess it's so hard to get the snitch. That's the point.
But they never say like does the game end if nobody gets the snitch.
Wow, that's a good point.
Yes, it is a good point. And it's also everyone has magic too, so there must be just cheating going on left and right. I always thought.
Forget about PEDs.
Yeah.
There's spells going on in there.
Because it's even in, I think, the first movie where the snitch is like kind of erratic, I guess.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be erratic, but then they show Snape is covering his mouth.
Yes.
Well, he's like casting some spell on the snitch.
enchantments.
Professor, I won't say his name.
Yeah, no.
But us, like Woody Harrelson, who, as we have found out today, stars in all of our favorite sports movies. We play sports.
We play sports.
And we like sports.
We do.
You know what else we like to do?
What do we like to do?
We like to record, edit, and listen to the Brinx and Hearse podcast.
Might I say before we wrap up here?
How many outros are you gonna...
Dude, I think it's worth saying, though. We hope you enjoyed our studio here.
Yeah, this is quite possibly the last episode in the studio.
Yeah.
We have managed to get the blue and pink lights. I think it will be for our last... maybe like 7 episodes, maybe something like that.
It's May 1st right now, so last time recording.
Yes.
You guys aren't going to see it till maybe like mid-June, end of June.
Yeah.
We got so much stacked up.
Yeah. This one's we're really backlogging a lot of these, so
Yeah. Good for us though.
So it'll be summertime, so folks can go to the beach right now, and
Well, we hope you're watching at the beach.
you should be watching at the beach. Yeah.
Yeah. Or listening.
Yeah. Either or.
Yeah.
And go take a stroll on the beach. Show it to a stranger. And
And-
don't like it.
Yeah, and-
Airdrop it to everybody on the beach.
In sports fashion, spike some volleyballs in their face. Why don't we do that?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a very good idea. So, possibly from the last time,
Damn, I'm kind of upset.
from the podcast suite here in Martyri at Sacred Heart University, 5151 Fairfield, Connecticut. This has been the Brinx and Hearse podcast. My name has been Ryan McNeill.
Michael Frieri.
And we wish you a Heidi.
Oh!